What's up, my super cool party people? I never know where to look. Like, should I look up here? Does it look like I'm staring at you? Should I look down here at myself? It's me, your Yumi and Benny cruise director. I never know how to start these videos either. I always feel like I should just be like, hey, but that's weird. So, every video is going to start off weird. But today we're talking about something that's important, and I think something that all of us people who like have a small business or do a blog or something that you're doing by yourself, we probably have dealt with this and will continue to deal with this probably forever. So buckle up, cause we're getting it. Let's go. All right. So if you own a small business, or you work on, like, I don't know, Etsy, or you work from home, or you're a blogger, or like anything you do by yourself. I don't know all the jobs. I know what I do and what some of my friends do, and just from like my own experiences and talking to my friends and their businesses, I've learned a few things and dealt with a few things, so I thought I should talk about it. I've only had my business open for 5 months now, and surprisingly, starting out, I did really good. Of course, and then there's Christmas and all that, like right when I started, so that was kind of a good time for me to start. But, I know that, like, the first part of the year is going to be slow. That's just the way that it is. But you have to kind of, prepare yourself for whatever's coming. And starting your own business, no matter what, is a risk. Like, it's terrifying, and, you don't really know what you're doing. I mean, you've never done it before. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where to start. Everything's scary. Like me, like, I'm married, and for us to make that decision together was terrifying. But, like, to give you a little backstory, I went to college, graduated, I got a degree in general studies because I've never been one of those people that really was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I've always known that I was creative, and I've always, liked doing creative things, but, like, where I live, there's not much of that. And at one point I was like, oh, I'll teach school, and then I realized, like, oh, that's not for me, not gonna do that, So I kind of never really found something that, like, was my forte, I guess. So I went to college, whatever. I was working at the college too, in my town. I was there like administrative assistant, secretary, whatever you want to call me. And they shut our branch down, which was a surprise, obviously. And so they gave us, like, I want to say 5 or 6 months. We knew about it. But literally, as soon as I found out about it, I was like, oh, dear Jesus, I have to find a job. So I was, like, putting in applications everywhere, and, here and there, like, towns, like, 30 minutes away from me, because, I live in a small town, and, like jobs here are basically taken. I mean, everybody's got to have a job, so what are you going to do? So I applied to, like, 50,000 billion different places, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think that's probably how many I applied to. Because you're obviously not going to get the first job that you're looking for, and really, when you have 6 months, that's not. I mean, in a place where I live, that's not a lot of time. So of course, applications here and there. I think I had, like, I'll say 3 or 4 interviews out of that whole time, and I applied everywhere. So, like, one of my friends was just dealing with that now. She moved back home and was looking for a job and looked for months. I mean, it's hard. It is hard to find a job. So I finally found a job, like 30 miles away from me or whatever. And, I was working part-time, which it wasn't benefiting us at all, because, like, the money I was making, I was basically just putting back into my gas tank. Like, they were paying me to drive to work, basically. And it wasn't working out. So I had to make a decision. I could either stay there and, look at more jobs, see how long that took, keep wasting money going back and forth, or I could do something that me and my husband have been talking about for a while and just never did anything about it. So we sat down sorry, by the way, I'm like congested, so I'm probably going to take a lot of deep breaths because I'm going to talk a lot and I can't really breathe. So also just I need to sit on my hands or something. So we sat down and we talked about it. We were like, look, either way, it's going to be hard. You can either put money in your gas tank to drive to a town 30 minutes away, or you can put money into something that you're really going to like and you're going to want to do. And it was scary. Like, I was terrified. And I'm sure he was too, but he didn't really express it, I guess. Like, he was just like, you want to do it, so that's fine. And I'm like, okay. But, if you don't take risks, then what are you doing? Like, I've never been much of a risk taker. I just don't do that. I'm too laid back, I guess. I'm just kind of like, whatever. So, this was definitely the biggest risk that I have ever taken. And we decided to jump in head first, just do it. I mean, that's really it. And I know that that's the way it goes for a lot of people who start their own business. Like, you just have to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. You just have to do it. So, that little backstory turned into a big backstory, and I'm sorry about that. But I love what I do. I love creating, and I love, I've started to blog more, which of course that gets like your name out there and stuff too, but, and then, like YouTube videos or whatever. I can't put my arms down. But I love what I do, and I know that it's going to take time to build, and I know that it's going to take time to grow, but I didn't go into it thinking, like, oh, in 2 months, I'm going to be Bill Gates rich. Like, no. Like, I don't even think that now, and I've been open 5 months. Like, I'm actually surprised that what progress I've already made. Like, I didn't expect to have the success starting out that I did. But it was amazing. And so this is where it's going to get tough. There are going to be people that look at you and think what you're doing isn't enough. And I'm not saying I'm not sitting here going, oh, somebody did this to me. I'm just saying from hearing my friends' stories and, knowing some things that people have said to me and, all this other stuff that I've seen, even on other people's blogs, I've seen people deal with this or whatever. There are always going to be people that are going to say, I can't believe that you're doing that. Or people actually want that. Or, people are going to pay money for that or whatever. There's always going to be people that think that what you're doing is dumb. There are going to be people that think you're not going to amount to anything. Hey! There are always going to be people that don't believe in you. There are always going to be people that don't have faith in you, that don't think whatever you're doing is good enough. And I don't know, what that stems from. I don't know if these people, if they just don't think it's good enough for you, or if they don't understand. I don't understand where it comes from. But there are always going to be people people do that just in life all the time about anything. People are probably your hat's stupid. And I'm like, you know what? That's rude. But that's just the way it is. And I used to be one of those people that would let it bother me. And I would be like, this sucks. I suck. I should just give up. I'm not going to amount to anything. Because when you have that in your head and somebody says something so small, it's hard to look past that and get to the good. You could be on top of Mount Everest and you could have climbed it by yourself, and someone would say, well, the way you climbed that was stupid and you didn't climb it fast enough. For all the greatness that you just put into that and all the hard work you just put into that is instantly gone because you're looking at the negativity that someone just said and you're like, oh shit, like they're right. Like everything I did, so I could have done that faster. I could have worked harder. No. Like, I'm so tired of, myself included, like, feeling like you're letting other people's judgments affect you. You just can't. And like I said, I used to do that, and sometimes I still do, just like depending on the day, like somebody could be like, I can't believe someone paid for that, I don't know, mug. And I'm like, oh, well, me either. Like you have that moment where you're like, oh shit, you're right. Like that's ugly. And then you're like, hold up. Whatever, man. I'm killing it. I own my own business. I'm growing a brand. I'm talking to y'all on YouTube or wherever you're watching me. I got my blog. Like I am killing it. I'm not going to let you bring me down. And again, I'm not just talking about myself, but it's easy to talk about myself because I'm the one talking. But like for my friends that are hairdressers, they could say the same thing. Like people could say something about them and they could feel bad about themselves, but instead they're like, I'm about to cut your hair, I'm about to dye your hair, I'm about to make you look good. And who cares what the other people say? So again, I'm not just, like, don't sit there and think that I'm sitting here like, oh, so many people are hating on me, because that's not what it is. But I've dealt with it, and I've seen my friends deal with it, and I just don't think it's cool. Like, and I know that's cheesy, but it's not cool for us to let people make us feel bad or like we're not doing a good job or whatever. If you're just starting out, it's going to be hard. It's going to take time. You're going to get flustered and stressed, and you're going to be like, can I do this? Because somebody's going to say that you can't, and you're going to be like, well, are they right? No, they're not right. You can freaking do it. You can cut that hair. You can do someone's nails. You can sell, mugs. You can blog about, beauty products. I don't care. Just freaking do it. Tell them, thanks for your opinion, man. And then kick them to the curb. Because who needs them? I have become a part of like this blogging Twitter community, and I don't even know these people, but they are so great, I guess. Like I was trying to find a bigger word, but head cold brain. So that's what I'm going to say. They're so great. They're helpful. Oh my gosh, their stuff is amazing. And then if something is like, you spelled something wrong, or they think you need to fix something, they'll tell you, but they're not going to be like, listen up, you dumbass. It is, and people probably aren't going to say that to you, but they don't act like that. They're like, hey, Steve, what about if you tried this instead? Just trying to help. Or, hey, if you want to get some advice, you can always come to me. And these people don't know me or you or Cash or Benny or whoever, but they are so helpful. It's crazy. But it's because they know the struggle is real. And maybe that's it. Maybe people that think it's not working out for you or it won't work out for you or whatever, maybe they're saying it because they don't get it. They don't understand. They've never done it, so how could they? So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't get it. So maybe they're just like, we got to protect you from failing or whatever they're thinking. But that's not fair. It's not cool. It's not right. So, you try hard not to listen, and sometimes you're gonna feel bad, and you're gonna be like, they're right, I suck. But you don't. You don't suck. You don't suck. Do you know what they are? Rude. That's what they are. This was like the perfect hat to wear for this video. And I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but it has a message. And the message is, you don't suck. You're killing it. Do what you do. I'll just keep saying like one-liners. I can't even think of one. But you get it. The message is simple. Be yourself. You might be a weirdo, and you might be the coolest, most popular person in the world. It doesn't matter. Do what you love to do, and don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. Don't let your mom make you feel bad about it. Don't let your uncle make you feel bad about it. Your best friend, the neighbor, some bully on the internet. Who cares? Don't let anybody make you feel bad about doing something that you love. That's my point. That's my point. Motivate yourself every day. Work hard. Bust your ass. And get it done. And then, when you're killing it, you can look at them and go, oh, do you remember when you said that I wasn't going to be any good? Or this was going to suck? Or whatever. And then you can go, look at me now. Which is like the best, right? That's the best feeling. Oh, you didn't believe in me? Oh, well, hang on. Let me show you how successful I am. Or you don't even have to say anything. You can do that. You can take that route too. You just be like, oh, and then they can watch from afar while you're like, I don't know, on the beach because you did amazing that year, and you could take a super cool vacation, and they're in the mountains where it's cold. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Like, don't let them bring you down. Do your thing. Shine, 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 and kick ass. That's it. You know? I think you're doing good. I don't know you, and I think you're doing good. I think you're killing it because I get it. And sometimes I will tell my husband, like, I don't know. I mean, I did awesome. And even then, I was like, I don't know. I'm scared. The fear totally takes over. Like, screw what everybody else has to say. The way you feel about yourself totally takes over. And sometimes you're like, I'm scared. I can't do it. Oh, no. Like, no. Don't listen to other people. Don't listen to your own negative thoughts. Just listen to me. Listen to me when I say, you're awesome, you're killing it, and you're going to do great. You're going to do great. I swear. You're going to do great things. And don't let anybody, including yourself, tell you any different.